Om Sarvesam Sustir Bhavatu, Sarvesam Santir Bhavatu, Sarvesam Punam Bhavatu, Sarvesam Mangalam Bhavatu, Om Santi, Santi, Santi. Everyone's health and happiness are wished for, along with tranquility, fulfillment, and good fortune. Om, peace, peace, peace. Welcome to the special edition of Spirituality in Management. My knowledge of the Srimad Bhagavad Gita is presented here under the heading Essence of Bhagavad Gita in Management. This episode and the ones that follow it will be helpful to those who want to better understand the Bhagavad Gita and its relevance to management. Ladies and gentlemen, my name is Mitra Bandhu Podal, and I am giving you the second episode today. Mukherjee 2017 believes that the Bhagavad Gita is regarded as a comprehensive manual for enhancing employees' efficiency and effectiveness in order to help them achieve their desired goals. So, this is done by spreading the ideas about how to turn a person's weaknesses into strengths, share responsibility, pick the right teammate, be aware of the difficulties faced by the workplace, and recognize the importance of the charismatic leaders who can motivate, inspire, and provide advice when needed. So I'll be sharing you my second understanding in this episode, which is related to duty or karma. So episode number 2, the message is do your prescribed duty. It's all about karma. According to Bhavuk, DPS Bhavuk 2011, karma is mentioned in Bhagavad Gita 133 times. He further states that in light of karma's complexity, Krishna explains its nature to Arjuna in order to help him achieve liberation from the material realm. So Arjuna was being lectured by Bhagwan Sri Krishna about the value of working. You have the right to carry out your assigned duties, he asserts, but you are not entitled to the rewards of your labor. Do not make the results of your action your goal, and do not attach any importance to inaction. So this is what DPS Bhavuk mentioned in his book. And there is a beautiful verse in chapter 2, verse 47. Karmande vadika raste ma phalesu kadachana ma karma phalaheturhu ma ter sangos stu karmani. So Mulla and Krishnan 2006 believe that karma yoga has 3 levels based on their content analysis and their interpretation of Gita's verse. Number 1 is a sense of duty or obligation to others. Number 2, a lack of desire for rewards. And number 3, serenity that permits one to be unaffected by external factors. It's written in page number 119 there. In the recently published book entitled Impressions and Expressions by management expert and academician who was the former dean of Kathmandu University School of Management, Professor Subhash Kesi, writes in terms of leadership duty with spiritual perspective. I quote, My immediate reference is the Bhagavad Gita, a great source of spiritual wisdom in this part of the world, indeed anywhere. This scripture gives us one of the most comprehensive spiritual and philosophical worldviews of what life is and what it stands for. In essence, it teaches us to perform our prescribed duties with devotion to the supreme authority and without attachment to the result. Page number 15, unquote. In the Bhagavad Gita, Bhagavan explains the value of the duty to Arjuna. He advises carrying out the assigned tasks because it is preferable than not working. Without labor, one cannot even maintain his physical health. This is beautifully written in chapter 3, verse 8. Niyatam kuru karma tum karma jyayo hyakarmana sarira yatra pichatena prasiddhed karmana. Swami Mukundananda comments that physical labor carried out with a sense of duty is very useful for one's internal cleansing until the mind and intellect reach a state where they are engaged in God consciousness. Thus, in order to assist humans in training their minds and senses, the Vedas set forth obligations for them. In fact, it is said that one of the biggest traps on the spiritual road is laziness. And further in chapter 3, verse 16, Bhagavan Sri Krishna convinces Arjuna that sinful people are those who refuse to take responsibility for their part in the Vedic cycle of sacrifice. They just exist for the sake of pleasing their senses. Their existence is meaningless. Similarly, Bhagavan suggests to Arjuna in the same chapters, verse 19, therefore, renounce attachment and carry out your duties out of a sense of obligation, because through working without connection to the rewards, one can reach the Supreme. So in the next verse, chapter 3, verse 20, Bhagavan is giving a good example. He says to Arjuna, King Janak and others acquired excellence by carrying out their assigned duties. In order to lead by example for the benefit of all others, you should carry out your obligations. In addition to this, in the verse 22 of the same chapter, Krishna further reminds Arjuna, saying, O Partha, I have no obligations in any of the three worlds, and I have nothing to acquire or achieve. However, I am working on my assigned tasks. Name parthasti kartavyam trisu lokesu kinchana nana vapta mavaptavyam varta evacha karmani. So giving karma the top priority, Krishna convinces to Arjuna, because, O Partha, if I did not diligently carry out the assigned tasks, all men would follow my route in every way. So management lesson is that leaders need to do duty in such a way that the followers will take him or her as a role model to follow the path of the leader. So the bottom line is, selflessness is the only way to progress and prosperity. I again reiterate, the bottom line is, selflessness is the only way to progress and prosperity. With this, I conclude this episode. Om Sarve Bhavantu Sukhina, Sarve Santu Niramaya, Sarve Bhadrani Pasyantu, Ma Kasyit Dukkha Bhag Bhavet. Om Santi, Santi, Santi. Om. May all be happy. May all be free from illness. May all see what is auspicious. May no one suffer. Om, peace, peace, peace. Thank you very much.